Hello everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in to ChasingCinema.com's official YouTube channel. I'm your host, Jacob Tiranno, and today is Thursday, which means it's Throwback Thursday, which means I take a movie out of this collection here and talk about a movie that I really enjoy and review it. And it could be a month old, it could be many years old. For instance, this movie that I'm going to be talking about today was from the 90s. But before I get into that film, I just quickly want to remind everyone that yesterday my review of the new film The Walk was released, so make sure to go check out that video. If you're curious about going to check it out, you can click it right here. It was an awesome movie to talk about, so make sure to take time out of your day to go watch that video. Again, you can find the link in the description box as well. Also, do not forget tomorrow is Friday, which is Movie Review Friday. I'm reviewing The Martian and Sicario, both films that I've been dying to talk about. So if you come into this channel tomorrow, those reviews will be up here. Make sure to watch those. But however, let's get back, throw back to the 90s, and let's talk about this movie that I've been wanting to talk about for some time. So the movie that I'm going to be talking about today for Throwback Thursday reviews is a movie from 1993, and that's a movie that stars Wesley Snipes, Sylvester Stallone, and Sandra Bullock. This movie is a great science fiction action film that I have loved ever since my childhood, and that is Demolition Man. This is so much fun. This is a great action movie. I mean, action movies are really usually hit and miss with me. We either have a great fun action story or a really intense dramatic action story, or we have just action that doesn't work. Because, I don't care how many explosions and gunshots and car chases you have in a movie. If you don't have a good story to back it all, it means nothing to me. However, there are the opportune cases where your story could be cheesy, but it's so much fun that I could go with it. There's a lot of examples out of this, especially out of the 80s. I mean, you could probably name any 80s movie and say, oh, that's an action movie, but it's fun, but kind of ridiculous. Universal Soldier is a great example. That's a great movie, too. Jean-Claude Van Damme and Dolph Lundgren. The 21st century's most dangerous cop goes against the 21st dangerous most ruthless criminal. So this is a really great movie, and it's definitely a science fiction piece because these two are officers of the law in 1996. Wesley Snipes plays a character named Simon Phoenix, and John Spartan is the name of Sylvester Stallone's character. Sylvester Stallone is chasing Wesley Snipes in 1996. They're doing their business, and through a series of events, they are both chronologically frozen. So supposedly, they're not supposed to be conscious of anything going on. They're just supposed to be frozen in time. And this is a practice that we'd pick up. And then our story picks up in 2032. So we're not even there yet in reality. But 2032. And California, the world has pretty much changed at this point. It is a crime-free society. It is illegal to curse, which we find out in the movie. We've gotten rid of toilet paper, which they also heavily explain in the movie. And Los Angeles, San Diego, and Santa Barbara, or have all just kind of connected into San Angeles, I believe is the name of the city. And Simon Phoenix, the character Wesley Snipes plays, is, I believe, up for parole, and he's unfrozen. And, of course, this old-school criminal is able to escape. And he goes back to his murderous ways, wreaking havoc. And mind you, a crime-free society, so even punching a person in the face is completely shocking. The police are not meant to deal with violence at all. I mean, there's a great... Rob Schneider's in this movie. He plays a cop in the future. And Wesley Snipes punches a guy and he goes, "What's he doing? We're police officers. We're not meant to deal with this kind of violence, So it's very tongue-in-cheek. It's a very funny movie in that sense, in that regard. But anyway, back to the story. So there's only one person in the world who probably could capture Simon Phoenix. And this is the idea of Sandra Bullock, who is also a cop in the year 2032 and is a fanatic of the past. She is a retro fanatic. She likes things from the 90s and the 2000s, 2010s. She likes to collect different things. So she knows all about John Spartan, Sylvester Stallone's character, and their past with Simon Phoenix. So she suggests that they should unfreeze John Spartan because he's probably the only man to go after Wesley Snipes. So that ends up happening. And I mean, what comes next is just great fun, great action. You know, these two criminals and this cop and this criminal have to adjust to the modern world. They have to figure out why there are no guns available. Phaser guns existed, but it was in the past. You know, we're in 2032, so I believe phaser guns existed in this film, at least in like 2005, 2010 era. But people aren't violent. So they have to go to this museum if they want to find weapons. And there's a great action piece. There's a great set piece in this museum where one of the funniest lines of this movie comes from, where Sylvester Stallone hits Wesley Snipes with the television and goes, "Hey, look, you're on TV." And you could YouTube that. And that's just a great moment. But, I've seen this movie countless times this year. It's been on DirecTV a lot. It's a movie that if I ever see it's on, I have to watch. It's just a lot of fun. Dennis Leary also makes an appearance in this picture. There's an oppressed people who refuse to live by the modern laws. For instance, I don't remember if it's you can't eat meat, but they've outlawed so much. Sex. There's no human contact, kissing, sex. None of that is real or is legal. You have to do that through a simulator, as John Spartan finds out with Miss Sandra Bullock. Not to give away too much, So these people who are against that and now are oppressed live in the sewers down below, and they play a major part in the story too, and Dennis Leary's kind of the leader below. But it is a very, very fun movie. Wesley Snipes and Stallone have amazing chemistry. It's a movie that I think might not be the most critically loved and might be considered a guilty pleasure by some. I think it's good enough to be considered more than just I wouldn't consider it a guilty pleasure. I'm very proud to say I love this movie. I'm surprised I don't own it on Blu-ray, which makes me wonder if it's on Blu-ray. But nonetheless, Warner Brothers really knocked it out of the park with this movie. I have such a good time watching this movie. So funny, so cheesy. Especially now. Like, if you watch it now, there's a lot of campy parts, but it's funny seeing Rob Schneider and a few other great few actors in this movie. I can never remember his name. I have it right here. Hold on. Glenn Shaddix, who is known for playing in Beetlejuice and stuff like that. He's in this movie. Benjamin Bratt is in this picture. A lot of faces and a lot of fun. I can't say that word enough because that's exactly how I feel every time I watch this movie. It's just the smallest things. For instance, Taco Bell is the only restaurant to survive the New World, this new America, or New California, if you will. Taco Bell is the only fast food to survive the corporate wars, and that's hilarious because now it is a organic food restaurant, and there's a lot of great small lines in here. I'm not sure what website did it, but there's a fellow film website where they did the 10 predictions that Demolition Man made and got right. And there's a lot of fun things in here, but for instance, they kind of predict like the iPad. I mean, they're not the first people to do that, or GPS. They're not the first people to do that at all. But this video really kind of adds up, and it's really hilarious. Nonetheless, there's even a joke about the Arnold Schwarzenegger presidential library in here, which is great fun because lo and behold, in 1993, when this film was made, no one would know that Arnold would actually end up getting into politics. This is when Stallone and him were still kind of duking it out. But nonetheless, guys, Demolition Man, go check it out. It's on TV a lot. I'm sure it's on Amazon or Netflix. You need to check out this movie. If not, it's worth a buy on Amazon. This is great fun, great action. You have chronologically frozen people in a few. It's totally all for the people who are all stuck on the past, and finally getting to see two characters come to this new future and just say, "No, I'm going to show you what it's like back in the day." If you're about that, this is the movie for you, Demolition Man. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into this video. Every Thursday, I sit down and talk about a movie that I pull out of my collection and do a Throwback Thursday review. So that was Demolition Man. I hope you guys go check it out. If you've seen it before, let me know your favorite part down here in the comment sections below. If you've not seen it, go see it and let me know what you think down below. I want to hear what you guys have to think about this movie. It is great. I dare someone to say it's not. Also, don't forget to go check out my review from yesterday. I reviewed The Walk, starring Joseph Gordon-Levitt, the new Robert Zemeckis film. That was a great fun. Also, don't forget, tomorrow I'm going to be reviewing The Martian and Sicario. Go check out those reviews. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jacob Tiranno. Thank you so much for taking time and watching this video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and please continue chasing cinema. Also, don't forget to go check out my review on the walk.